Hello, I'm Laplace, and I'm just going to be playing a game that doesn't require me to do a whole lot of editing to it. That doesn't take all week. I decided to go with Dragon Ball Advance Adventure. It's just a really fun, simple game. Usually I'd shy away from... excuse me, I have to take a break there. Usually I'd shy away from playing a game based on an anime, because games based on animes are usually really bad or really watered down, but I don't know, I like the way this one was simplified, because Dragon Ball is a very simple story, if you will. One fine day there were some Dragon Balls. If you gather them together, you get a wish, not like a genie monkey paw wish, but like an actual wish that, doesn't usually have backlashes, and now we gotta go get them. The rules are very simple. Go left, don't get hit. I really appreciate the beauty in games like that. Go left, don't get hit. So this is Goku. He has a few very simple attacks, all done with the A button. If you use the shoulder buttons, he'd use his special attack. Wait, was it left? Yes. His special attack with his power pole here. That, you know what, out of context, that totally sounds like innuendo. If this wasn't part of my childhood, that would totally be innuendo. But, whatever. I like this game. It's pretty fun, very simple. It's a pretty easy game, a la Double Dragon or Battletoads. Well, no, not really. Well, I mean, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's certainly no Battletoads. The game isn't cheap. It doesn't, have a bunch of cheap depths in it. I mean, yeah, sure, it does have a bastard move here and there, but nothing, terrible that make me want to quit. And you'll be seeing this section a lot. When the little exclamation point comes up, that means you won't be able to progress until you beat all the enemies here. And that's pretty swell. If you haven't noticed, health pickups are, in fact, foods. The apple is the smallest one. I think you get the apple by cutting off an enemy before they get to attack you. So just make that a note. I mean, usually you'll get enough by accident, but, it's just something to keep in mind. These pig guys can shoot their guns at you, and these dragon guys, you just jump up in the air, and maybe they're pterodactyls, fat pterodactyls. And I just died. Fantastic. Alright, now that we've done that with the magical power of editing, because I totally didn't die again, let's continue. You hit up and A to use the power pole that extends. But I want that burger. I don't know why. Burger is on top of a cliff. But I do enjoy video game logic. And if you hit up B, that little spinning thing that I totally didn't even do on accident, it reflects bullets, and trust me, we'll be seeing a lot of bullets in this game. Although I very, very frequently get hit by them, but you'll see that soon enough. These orange dinosaurs come by with bombs. You just hit the bomb out of their claws, talons, hands. It doesn't matter. Just hit them away, and they won't hit you. These orange doors here actually will not open until you beat the game. I'm probably not going to show those off. Most of them are just selectables that I don't really care about. They don't do anything for me. Watch out for these ledges. If you fall off a cliff like you saw before, it's a one-hit KO. Excuse the kind of laggy video here. When I was recording it, it was going just fine usually, but I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I didn't record the screen large enough, and it likes to flip out when everything isn't in perfect ratio. Yeah, this game is very simple, not a whole lot of explanation needed. Goku can do a few air attacks. He can also do a flying drop kick. That's really cool, but I don't do it nearly enough. And when you're close enough, if you hit an enemy, if you've seen before, as you've seen before, I suppose, he can do this pretty awesome slamming move. And there was the sweeping group attack there with the L button. It consumes one of those little characters down there. And this here's a capsule. In the world of Dragon Ball, capsules have all types of things in them. For this game, they're always power-ups or collectible items that also don't do anything to my knowledge. Well, I mean, they might, but I don't care enough to actually get around to it. But in the, in the anime, or manga, I suppose, they contains like furniture or houses and what have you, kind of like freeze-dried food, only in a capsule and not necessarily food. Like you can have a refrigerator in them. It's magic. Right, now we're just going left some more and some wolves. PETA, eat your heart out. We're going to be killing a lot of wolves in this game. Like, oh my god, so many wolves. And dinosaurs. Not quite as many dinosaurs, but enough to get on your nerves. Oh, look at that, more enemies. Just what I needed. And there was the gun thing I was talking about before. You can hit up and B to reflect it just like that. Because a lot of enemies are going to have guns, and it's going to be really annoying if you don't know how to get them away from you. But yeah, Goku kicks the shit out of everyone in this game. Well, I mean, he did in the anime or manga too. He definitely kicked the shit out of a lot of wolves. Oh, and look at that bear wolf thing chasing down a turtle. Isn't that nice? But I don't... you wouldn't have to be a bad guy, would you? I really like that kind of... what's the word? Naivety. But now we're not going to hand him over, because that would be wrong, I guess. So this guy is pretty simple. Just wail at him when he swings his sword, which is very obvious when he does. Run to the other side of him, then it should be pretty easy. You shouldn't die here. I kept trying to do the wave thing, which is why I got hit so much. Ha. And, kind of showing off a bit. But, I beat him. He's just pretty easy. You shouldn't have a problem with him. If you can't beat this guy, stop playing. Because you're not going to beat the game if you can't do that. But, yeah. Oh, look, and Turtle bought her friend, Master Roshi. Thank you so much. He's got a nifty present for us. The flying nimbus. It's a magical, wonderful cloud that can carry people on it. In the manga, you can only ride on it if you're pure of heart, which Goku is, I guess. And look, he has a Dragon Ball, but Master Ocean is going to let it go for free. In the manga, he definitely wanted to see her panties because he's a pedophile. Ha. But now we can have battles in the air and stuff, and it's pretty swell. I like it. Now on to the next location, Oolong's village, I guess. It's being terrorized by the dreadful Oolong, who's actually just a pig. Speaking of, apparently Dragon Ball was very, very loosely based on Journey to the West, and Goku, he's sort of supposed to be Son Wukong, but I'm really not seeing the similarity to Son Wukong is Son Wukong had to go to the West and, carry a monk there because he was very arrogant. I suppose I was supposed to teach him humility. And, he was carried, and, he had to go there with a monk and I think it was a pig named Chohakai. I would be using their original Chinese names, but Chinese is a language I very consistently manage to butcher. Or at least I think I do. Then again, a lot of my friends natively, or not natively, but as a second language speak Chinese, so I don't know. So Oolong is pretty easy, but you're in the air, so I guess this is your air tutorial. You just sort of move around like you normally would, only you can move on, more than one plane. And you can also jump. I don't know, this always felt a little bit uncomfortable to me, but I like it. Once in a while, because Oolong is a shapeshifter, he'll turn into a drill and try to attack you, or sometimes, which I don't think he showed, well maybe he did, he'll try to line up with you for a bit and shoot his exhaust at you, but just move out of the way and you'll be fine. There. Now he won't cause any more trouble. Also, by the way, he was definitely kidnapping girls, which is kind of weird because he's a pig. But, and we made him join us for some reason, I don't know why. But from there, we're going to go to this place, this wilderness desert place, for some reason, looking for more Dragon Balls with the Dragon Radar, which is actually the first capsule we got before. It's a magical tool that helps you find Dragon Balls, but now we have to fight Yamcha here, who wants to steal our stuff. He was actually really important in the anime and manga. Well, not in the sequel, Dragon Ball Z, but he was in Dragon Ball. But, you know, we only see him like twice here, and that's fine. No one really cares about him anyway. Yeah, he's a pretty easy boss. When he tries to launch at you like that, just jump over him. And when you see him charge up like that, you just jump over him again. And, well, there you go. If you get hit, he'll hit you a lot. Just like that, really hard. It's not something you want to get hit by. His little cat thing up there is named Poir. It will try to drop bombs on you. And, well, yeah, actually, that's about it. Pretty easy. Just gonna taunt there, twirl the baton, powerful thing. It's kind of weird how, I like how this game has its plot nice and cut down to its core. And, by the way, she's wearing a bunny costume because they didn't have any more clothes. Kind of weird how they didn't mention that before. But the thing about stripping a story down, when you mention other things from it, or, well, in the manga in this case, you leave out a lot of stuff that sort of doesn't quite make sense. But, you know, whatever. I mean, it's fine. Go left, don't get hit. And then this castle was on fire. To get the next Dragon Ball, you have to put out the fire. Then Master Roshi comes and uses special Kamehameha, which looks, I guess he's yelling at the fire. Well, not really. It's supposed to look like the Super Hadouken in Marvel vs. Capcom, but, you know, it's a budget game. Feels like this game was made by guys who like playing games, but they gave them all of, like, maybe $5 to make the game on. But, you know. Now we have our second special move, the Kamehameha. Just hit the R button, hold it down, and shoot. We'll get power-ups for our little energy bars down there soon enough, and with that we'll be able to launch more special moves and bigger Hadoukens. And, you know, eventually they'll look less like Hadoukens and more like energy beam things. But yeah, now we have the 7th Dragon Ball. Well, not the 7th, the number 7 Dragon Ball. And that's about it. Next time we are going to go to this here castle and get the last Dragon Ball. See you then.